Start the second half. Manuel Pellegrini, Alan was saying yesterday, wants a City team in this match to play like they've been playing in the Premier League, so often carrying all before them, making lots of chances, plenty of goals. It hasn't panned out quite like that so far.
No, I mean, it's very difficult, isn't it? He's trying to put a positive slant on it beforehand, but they've done okay. The fact is, though, they need a goal, City, and Barcelona won't be all that fussed. 0-0 will suit them just fine.
Sense they might just be biding their time for a break if City do overcommit in the pursuit of the goal that they're flagged up for their needs. 0-0 at home is often seen these days as not the worst result, but we're a long way away from that at the moment, and City certainly have the attitude of attack from their excellent season. Of course, they're going for 4 trophies already through to the League Cup final, very much in the mix for the Premier League title, still in the FA Cup where they'll have a chance in the quarter-final to get revenge over the team that beat them in the final last season, Wigan Athletic. Fernandinho. Michelis. Possibly thought matches of this magnitude would come to an end for him, really. Here's Kolarov pushing on. Negredo stayed onside. Well to get it back again. Fernandinho. Recalled to the Brazil squad, a chance to get in the World Cup party. Got a friendly coming up against South Africa. He wants to be fit for this and for that as well, with a recall after 2 years out of the international arena.
His return has made a difference, hasn't it? They haven't looked vulnerable in the middle in front of that back four. Him and Toure stayed pretty tight.
Clash of heads here.
It's an honest challenge. Both players with eyes on the ball.
And recognised by both as they pick themselves and each other up. PK. Michelis using his strength against Alexis Sanchez. His company, one of the real leaders in top-class football these days.
Just trying to use the height and strength of Kolarov down that side. When those diagonal balls played into him.
Just hasn't got the quickness of feet, really, to deal with a situation like that, but it's not just a defensive move playing him. Remember, it's only the 5th time Clichy and Kolarov have ever started the Manchester City game together. It's their 3rd season together. Company, a little speculative that. Zabaleta charge forward from right back and is out of position here. Messi, but Fabregas couldn't take it in his stride. Michelis is all over the place. And, needed a bit of help. And Zabaleta, who's a long way up the pitch a few seconds ago, came back. But if Fabregas could have taken that on, City would have been in real trouble.
Yeah, you'd have put your money on him getting his first touch right there.
Away by Company. Only as far as Jordi Alba. Xavi. Iniesta playing his 100th European game tonight. Most of them, vast majority of them in this competition. Busquets. Fabregas. Messi has been pretty content just to drop off from time to time. Really had a trademark burst yet. Good pass from him to Xavi. Di Michelis drops for Messi. Di Michelis is there again. It's pinged forward by Mascherano. Beautifully taken by Iniesta. Quality. That's what you'd expect from Barcelona.
They're starting this second half there. They began the first. Nice bit of zip to the plate.
Fabregas. Alexis Sanchez. Messi was waiting beyond the far post. Annoyed that the cross didn't come in. Cutely done by Dani Alves. Plenty to admire in these opening minutes of the second half from Barcelona. Xavi, Alexis Sanchez made a really sharp run from the right into the middle where he finds himself still. It's in the end only from the left that they look for him. Jordi Alba.
Just trying to step it up. Again, Barcelona take the game to City again.
Iniesta. Some of these players used to coming to Manchester, but not this part of it, the Old Trafford part. Fabregas in towards Messi, but cut out by Fernandinho. Good play by Kompany. Clever footwork from David Silva. Jesus Navas, it really is an out-and-out right winger, and trying to prove that point there, but the referee didn't get a clear view of that. There was no signal from his assistant. And here's Messi, a challenge by Di Michelis. Well, if it's a penalty, it's going to be a red card. He's off. Martin Di Michelis sent off. Caught out by Messi, caught out by an incident on the far side, Manchester City.
Yeah, and if it was going to happen, it was going to happen to Di Michelis, I think. Just got caught out of position. And that's a penalty all day long, an easy one for the ref. I'm sure the extra official might have given him a shout as well. The worst possible start to this second half for Manchester City.
One Argentine trudges off, another one puts the ball on the penalty spot. It's already set a new record last weekend as the all-time leading scorer in Spanish club football. Messi against Hart, scores and gets his goal on an away ground against an English club from the penalty spot. And Barcelona lead at Manchester City.
Well, you'd said it, Martin, didn't you? He was dropping off, trying to get involved. But on that occasion, he saw the gap and he's accelerated into it to win the penalty. As cool as you like, you wouldn't expect anything less.
Waited for Joe Hart to commit himself and just slotted it down the centre.
Well, it wasn't a foul, I didn't think, from this distance. He's trying to buy one there, and that's what gets City in trouble.
Yeah, that was the episode, the turnover. Barcelona effected well enough, and we said in the first half, Alan, that if they are going to be caught out, it's when they lose the ball and Barcelona come at them quickly. That was rapid, a dagger into the heart, and they now have to try and rectify this. Manchester City with 10 men. Obviously, from Manchester City's perspective, it's Kolarov who's going to be sacrificed here. Julian Lescott will go in alongside Vincent Kompany.
Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but you wonder whether Lescott should have started this match.
Well, Sami Nasri made a lively return from an injury absence, coming on and scoring in the FA Cup win over Chelsea last Saturday. But Manchester City would have gone into this game thinking, well, it would be great if we get a really decisive first leg lead, but the thing we cannot allow to happen is to be out of the tie before we go to the Nou Camp in 3 weeks' time.
Well, you're not out of the tie if you come away with a 1-0 defeat. It's going to be really difficult, but it's just going to be interesting to see now Manchester City's attitude. How hard do they try and get an equaliser here? Do they settle for what they've got or what they haven't got, what the scoreline stands at?
Barcelona have got a wonderful opportunity to put City away here. Offside in the middle. There's Alexis Sanchez. Fine ball in from Jordi Alba. So Messi has left his mark. He's earned the penalty, in a way being responsible for the sending off. And it's the double whammy.
It's just outside there. The initial contact, in hindsight perhaps, he's a little unlucky to concede the pen, and he's certainly onside. It's a really good ball, but the two slide in together, don't they?
Yeah, and if it carries on into the penalty area, then the officials are quite entitled to call it as a penalty. Nasri. But it is the regulation in the laws of the game that constantly gets revisited by the lawmakers. Should that be deemed denying a goal-scoring opportunity, you get a penalty.
Yeah, it's triple jeopardy, I think somebody at UEFA described it as. He gets suspended as well.
Yeah. We talk about City's attitude here. Barcelona's will be interesting too, because they have a wonderful opportunity to build themselves some security for the second leg. Iniesta. And often the way Barcelona play, it looks like they've got an extra man anyway. Well, this time they literally have got an extra man.
It's a real shame as far as the spectacle is concerned, because as the second half wore on, City perhaps would have taken 1 or 2 chances to try and get the opening goal. Difficult to judge them, isn't it, now? Side by side as forces in Europe.
Mascherano. No, it isn't all about tactics and technique and silky skills, it's about true grit, and Manchester City have got to show plenty of that. It's a way of doing it and a way of not doing it. Giving away free kicks is of the latter variety.
And he's caught Piqué Zabaleta. Piqué let the ref know with the screen, but that's what it's about these days. Testing times.
Conflict between Xavi and Messi. Piqué has come up. Busquets is a taller member of a pretty short side. He's in there as well. In by Xavi, fisted out by Hart. Dani Alves booting it back in. Not much more than that. Toure, who's certainly got the capability of making up for his team being a man light with his powerful burst, but Barcelona know all about him. A lovely turn by David Silva. Nasri, Negredo, Nasri. That's a gallant break forward. Shows what Manchester City still might have to offer. Company going in. Clichy putting it in early towards Negredo.
What a good ball it was as well. Entitled to wonder why his centre forward couldn't get a bit closer to that, but That little flurry should give them some heart, some hope.